Welcome back, Lightworkers. My name is Brandon, and I'm here to talk to you today a little bit about the ascension cycle and some preparedness that we can do on our part to get ready for it. It's our own individual responsibility to be prepared for ascension. This is a self trait, not an others trait. Everybody else is responsible for themselves. And you can feel like you're ready, and that's up to you. And then you can be ready, and then that's also up to you. So today we're gonna talk about some things that will parameters that we need within ourselves in order to be ready. So the first thing that we're going to have to do is we have to follow the law of one. The law of one is self first, planet second, others third. And through that, based off of our actions and our deeds, we're also judged by karma on how we act. If we're taking care of others and neglecting ourselves, then we're not doing our justice service to others. You're actually doing wrong to them. Trying to help them and hurting yourself is only going to make others have to come to you and help you, and you're not helping them. You have to help yourself first. You have to be good here. This has to be solid. Everything in here has to be good first before you can help somebody else. You can't help them if you're not good. They're going to take you apart. So we're going to focus on self first, planet second. The space we live on needs more attention than the other beings on the space. We need to make sure the space itself is secured for the next generation. That is our responsibility for our children, to make sure that our space and our planet is safe and habitable for them. Other people are responsible for themselves, so they're last. Because if they're doing their responsibility, then they're taking care of themselves, and then they're taking care of the planet with you. If you go from self to others, you're neglecting your planet, and you're going to be working on 8 billion people who are just wandering around doing their own thing. You need to do self, planet, others. We're going to retract. If you do it backwards, inside out, you do others first, self last, then you're not going to get any benefits. You're not going to receive any positives. It's going to be harder for you. You're going to put yourself farther underwater. You're going to get judged harder from karma and the scales because you're literally breaking the rules. It's not about what you think. It's not about what your intention is. It's about what it is. And what it is you're not good and you're helping somebody else. So we see that. We see that you're violating the law backwards. So in order for us to fix that, we need to make it harder in your life. Your life problems are going to blow up because you obviously think that you're capable and secure enough within yourself to be able to assist other people. So if that's true, then we're going to show you aspects in your life and in your environment that are frictious, that need attention, that are very difficult to work with. So you might see, as you're going forward through reality, your own problems are going to start to bubble up. Your own problems are going to start to weigh heavier. And especially more if you're working on somebody else besides your own problems. Because you're neglecting self. You need to make sure you're taken care of. Now, in order to do this, we have to learn self. Learn who you are, who you want to be. It's very simple. Do you want to be a good person or a bad person? Those are it's a two-choice game. Yes or no. And based off of that decision, every single subsequent action is already predetermined. It's as simple as deciding, am I a good person or a bad person? As a good person, I've decided this. I'm a good person. So I only do good things. Only do good things. Throughout the entirety of my experience. I don't lie. I don't deceive. I don't neglect others. I'm not negligent or abusive. Everything I do action-wise is good. And yeah, I make mistakes. We all make mistakes. We're not perfect. But every action I do is conscious with the intent of a good, positive outcome. And I'm mindful of it. If I know that I'm neglecting at work and I have a difficult time getting up, I'm going to set my alarm and make sure I'm disciplined to get up even earlier because I know I hit snooze too many times. So instead of hitting snooze and setting my alarm to accommodate for snooze, I delete the snooze option altogether and set my alarm forward more so I have to get up earlier. It's part of the punishment for not being able to manage your own discipline and getting up and getting to work on time. And this goes through all aspects of your life. If you have bad finances, then you need to be disciplined in yourself sit down, go over your finances, go over your budget, and make realistic goals. Don't buy frivolous things. Don't buy stuff you can't afford. You literally can't afford it if you can't pay your bills. If you're complaining about your bills at the end of the month, you can't buy fast food. You can't. Sorry. I'm sorry, you can't. If you can't pay for your bills at the end of the month, you can't buy most anything that you buy as luxury items. Candy bars, stuff at the store that is not necessities. By doing that, you're spending your money in disproportionate ways. So then your relationship with money is poor. We have another video about relationships. Check it out, because it's your relationship with everything you have, and money's that too. You need to have discipline within yourself to see your character flaws and improve them. Know what a positive action is and do that. You have to raise every aspect of yourself to be more than 51% service to others. And you guys might say, like, well, service to others, that's helping others. Like, how come we don't just do that first? Because you can only heal somebody as much as you're healed yourself. You can only help somebody as much as you can help yourself. You can only provide as much as you can provide yourself. If you're not good, or you have lower levels of proficiency, that's the most you can bring them up to. You can't raise them higher than you. You can't put them on a pedestal and elevate them beyond you. And so you're going to suffer. And it's you first. This is your experience, your reality. It's all about you. 100% first person perspective. It's I. The experience of I. And you are I. So to make it 51% service to others, first we got to do good within ourselves. By doing good self, we're going to do good actions, because I'm not a negative being, so I don't want to do negative actions. I'm not going to be mean to you. I'm not going to say hurtful things. I'm not going to take from you or steal or lie or deceive. I'm going to do good things with myself. And by doing that, I'm also going to see opportunities to help. It's just going to slowly start to build up. Maybe you're going to be able to tell somebody a nice comment, whatever. And that slowly starts to build up, because after you're good, after you get to a point where like you're established, you're evolved in yourself, and like you're good, you can help others by doing something like this and teaching them what you've learned, because that's how others grow. We all have the same problems, just different perspectives on them. And the way you overcome your problems will enlighten me on how I can overcome my problems. So it's important that you share your lessons and teach me. That's your service to others. Once you're done learning, you become a teacher. Until then, it's teacher-student all the way. So until you're done learning, you're still a student. And learn all the way. Soak up all the knowledge. Do your meditations. Do your work. Enhance your discipline itself to manage self. So we need to have 51% or more service to others. Now, it could seem like a lot, or it could not seem like a lot based off of your perspective. Either way, it's very difficult, because helping somebody else first is selfish. It's a selfish action. You're doing it for something that you're going to gain out of it, even if it's just like pride that you help somebody, you're happy to help somebody. That's selfish action. You're not doing it for them because they need it, and you're not getting anything in return. You should be getting nothing in return. You don't teach and ask for money in exchange, because you're teaching for money. You're not teaching to teach. You're teaching for money. And I get there's like a whole economic construct in reality, but if people feel through the law of exchange that your teachings are worth something, then that's up to them to donate, and then like that's nice and gracious of them, and gratitude should be given in return, and like that's all beautiful, and that's how it ultimately would work. Is I see that you're a great benefit, and I want to give to you and compensate you for all of your time and energy and effort. Like you're doing a great job. You took the time out of your life to teach me, and I appreciate that. But ultimately, it's not about the money. Like I don't care about the money. I'll work on the money frequency like in my own space, on my own time, doing my own thing. Like maybe I'll like get a craft or something and sell it. I'm here to teach you the knowledge for you to ascend. That's it. I'm not here to make you pay for an ascension. It's not a ticket you buy. It's something you learn. And that comes all the way from inside, because I can only give you doors to open, give you knowledge and insight. At the end of the day, it's still up to you in order for you to take all of that knowledge, all of that insight, cultivate it, and grow within self. Okay? So, several things that we can do first is see our problems, acknowledge our problems, and work on our problems. 3. Everything comes in 3. See the problem, acknowledge the problem, work on the problem. If you know you have bad financial aspect, say, hey, yeah, you're right, I am shitty with my finances. I need some help with that. So you see the problem and acknowledging that it is a problem. And then we're going to work towards a solution. Find somebody who's good in the financial. Have them sit down with you, work on your budget. Don't be ashamed for being poor. Don't be ashamed for not having any money, even if your account's upside down. Do not be ashamed of yourself. A shame is already a negative frequency. If you're ashamed of where you're at in your reality, then that's something that you need to work on for your own self-growth. Again, you need to learn to be content with everything you have, everywhere you are. You're perfect and you're right in the right moment always. Even if your challenges are keeping you underwater and life's like throwing you down, it's because like you're strong enough to get thrown down and get back up and face those challenges. And you're going to work on learning that within self is capability as you overcome and grow through addictions, cast off like bad traits or unwanted aspects. Then you're going to grow in your confidence and your capability of like, wow, I'm growing. I can get rid of my addictions. I can overcome my problems. Like my budget's doing well. Like I can learn financial management. These are self-growth tools. And by doing all of this, you're an inspiration for others. Because like, holy cow, Brandon, man, I just saw you like last year and you were poor as fuck. And now you got like a brand new car. Good job, bro. Whatever you're doing is right. Great. And yeah, it took a year, and it's a year of like working and solid working and effort and management and meticulation, and you have a lot of old habits to overcome because you're at the store and you're looking at candy right there at the checkout. It's all lined up. It's got like nice bright lights on it, so it's all illuminated and reflecting off the candy, and it just makes it extra looking yummy. And then you buy that, and so you have to overcome that because you want to buy it, and then you did buy it, and then you're walking away with this candy bar, and you're like realizing, I just spent my money on a candy bar. That's a want, not a need. And I'm too poor to actually like do this because I'm saving money. I'm having investments that I'm working on. So then you have to know that candy is a vice. And you have to stop your candy monster. You have to stop your vices and get control over that. So next time you're sitting there and the candy's asking for you to call this name, pick it up, take me home, eat me, I'm here for you. Then you're like, it's okay, candy monster. I got some groceries at home. I'm gonna make my way home, get some food at home. I brought a snack. Got an apple in the car, got some celery, got some peanut butter to like. You're good. You bring your preparedness to the game. You don't just go there hungry. You don't go shopping when you're hungry because you know when you're hungry and shopping, you buy snacks. You don't buy actual healthy long-term investment meals. So take care of yourself and prepare yourself to go first. So as we move closer to the ascension line, every day we move closer. Every moment, every minute we move closer. The energy and the friction is going to build up. It just compresses because there's a wall. And as we move closer to this wall, then all of the space in between builds up. And if it's positive, the positive energy flows through the wall. Because on the other side, it's like we're rising up. Not sideways, we're rising up. And so as we rise up, all of the energy from like the lower octave builds and builds and builds and builds and compresses and compresses and compresses and compresses, gets thicker and thicker, and then it's just like way thick, and shit's way hard here. You got lots of problems. It's like a full moon, manifested everything right here, and it's just very difficult. And so it's based off how you overcome this challenge. Acknowledge that it's a challenge. Don't give up. See in yourself if you're feeling anxiety or if you're feeling frictious energy or anything. See that within you. And overcome that and say, oh, okay, this is what I've been waiting for. Because like this anxiety, this friction energy, that's all of the space energy that's in here trying to like pull you back down because it can't resonate in the next space up. So it's like, hey, this sucks. You're not winning. We're not going to do this. This is way too hard. We got to just give up now. And like by giving up, it might seem easier. It like actually might because like this friction's gone. You're quitting. You're not trying anymore. There's no effort. And like that's what it wants, and it'll start declining you so you can take a break, catch your breath. But now you're declining, and so in order to get back up, you have to keep climbing back up. So if you go back down, it'll decrease the pressure, but you got to come back up and reface that same pressure that you were already there. If you just pushed through it for like another week, then it would have been broken through. if you just push through that energy and not allow it to take away from you, you will break through it. It's holding you back. So you push through it and you break through it, and then it no longer is holding you back because you break up into the next plane. And by being in that plane, you're at the lower end of this octave versus the higher end of this octave. So move up into like a low end of fourth density, and that's what we're working for, is like fourth, fifth density mindset, reality, experience, and emanation. So push yourself to grow, see your flaws, and break that breaking point. You're gonna know, like, just need fucking candy. Man, I just need candy. I cannot, like, I'm just grumpy because I haven't had my sugar today. Acknowledge that. It's okay to be grumpy. It's okay to be perturbed. That's the energy coming out. It's leaving your field because it can't resonate in there. So as it's coming out, it's like, man, this place sucks. You don't even eat candy anymore. I don't like this body. And it's leaving out because, and the grumpy energy is being projected out. It's coming out of your system as that friction builds up. And then pop, break through, no longer a candy monster. It's just over the candy, just over it. Because you worked yourself and you push yourself through it, and the rest of your system starts to harmonize to that. So instead of like getting fed candy, no candy. So then it has to stop, no candy. And then the rest of the system starts to catch up to that. And then you like, the candy energy like falls out of your field and is no longer an addiction, a habit, or want, or a desire. It's gone. And then you're able to manage that. If somebody offers you a candy bar, you're like, I can think about it. Not desired to have one. I can say yes, I can say no. You're able to approach it like rationally. You don't just say a subconscious, yeah, I'll take one. You're mindful of yourself and how you are. And if you know like you're on a candy diet and you can't handle the sugar, no thank you, I'm good. Like even for me, I quit smoking, I quit drinking. And if I drink again, it's not quitting drinking. It's I quit being an alcoholic. I still drink. I quit being an alcoholic. If I smoke a cigarette, another cigarette, I didn't quit smoking. I quit being a smoker. I smoke sometimes, irregularly, every once in a while. Still a smoker, just do it often, or not very often. So in order to quit your negative vibration or your negative vice, it must be done all the way. It's not quit till later and we'll come back to it in 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 10, 15, 20, 40, 80 years. It doesn't matter how far into the future. When you quit, it's done. It's all done. You drop it, you walk away, you never come back. Because it no longer suits you and your highest purpose. So moving forward, all you see is ahead of you. You don't see behind you. It's not about what you've done. It's about what you're doing. And what you're doing is you're obtaining your light body self. You're obtaining your spiritual self. So you're casting off all this negativity, all this past selves, all of this doubt, and like anything that you find inside of yourself, you're casting that off and welcoming in the opposite. If you're doubtful of yourself, then you're going to welcome in confidence in yourself because you're going to see like, oh wow, I am powerful. I can cave off my addictions. I can stave off like this. I can stand up for myself and like speak my own voice. And that's going to build confidence just by doing it. So you need to pick one thing that you see, start with little things. Don't start with like the biggest vice you have. Don't say like, oh, I want to quit smoking, I'm going to quit smoking now. If you are physically not powerful enough in self, mentally and physically, to stop yourself from buying a pack of cigarettes or a carton of cigarettes, putting it in, lighting it up, then you are not strong enough to quit that addiction. You need to get more power first. Get this power from other ways. Just quit other things first. If you have bad eating habits, work on those first. If you have bad drinking habits, maybe work on that first. If you like incorporate more qigong and energy flow or yoga, more stretching, more like knowledge, study up on your spirituality. There's a ton of spiritual videos out there. You can follow my channel, you can follow other channels. Like, feed your light. Feed your light, and by feeding your light, your power is going to grow because your consciousness is like, whoa, wow, that's good. And it's activating, 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 and then you become activated. Once you're activated, you're empowered. And none of your flaws can stop you. None of your like holdbacks can hold you back. You're too powerful. You just see them, you rise above them, and you walk through them like they weren't even there. People are like, I thought you were a smoker. I quit right now. And then they might laugh at you. They might deny it. They might say like, whatever, we'll see you again tomorrow. When you're done, and you have enough power to walk away and just be done all the way and not even look back. It's their belief in themselves, and that's in their field. And don't let them put that into your field. Even use that as confidence. Be like, okay, well, I'll show you what it's like. I'll show you what power is. I'll show you what control is. I'll show you what restraint is. And do that. It's within your ability. It's within everybody's ability. You just have to force it. You have to come in from the inside self, tear through you, and say, like, stop ego, we're not doing that. Stop self, we're not doing that. Better option. Always choose a better option. And then as we start to tweak little things within ourselves, our diet gets better, our eating habits, like our friends, everything within gets better. And it's a representation of your self-growth. As you grow within self, you have more light come through. More light's going to illuminate more of your darkness. Cast light on more of your problems and show you more of what you need to outgrow. The brighter the light, the thinner the shadow. Until it's so bright that your shadow is just like this little thing underneath of you. And at the same time, if your light's too dim, the greater the shadow. And you can see people who's got way big ego issues, they're way unmanageable, you can barely talk to them, or they're not open-minded, they're too closed-minded, they do what they want, you can't tell them otherwise, they don't listen, etc. These are all egoic traits. And those egoic traits are representations of your shadow self. And the stronger your ego, the stronger your shadow. And that comes from you and your control over your own being. If you don't have that, sit down in a meditation, talk to your shadow, force it to program itself correctly. If you see what it says like as a mean thing about somebody, even if you don't like that person, mean things are not part of being good. So anything within my field that's mean gets reprogrammed right away. Hey, thought, I saw that. You said that was stupid. That's not okay. We don't say things are stupid. That's great. It's wonderful. It's brilliant that it happened. It's miracle. The miracle of life, the miracle of experience. Like, it's not stupid, it's perfect. And force yourself to see the perfection behind every experience, because it's all divinely planned. It's all part of the universal flow. Starting to see this positive, you start to see like rocks are animated, plants are animated, life is teeming everywhere on this planet. Every single thing has life on it. Everything from the air you breathe with all the little microparticles within that to like the ground you walk on. Like, this planet is teeming with life. And life is in itself a miracle that it even exists. So see that and use that as like a positive light to go forward and see with. By doing this, you're going to slowly grow. As you slowly grow, you're preparing yourself for ascension. Your light's growing. You're illuminating yourself. You're seeing that you're a more positive person. And the brighter you get, you might see more negative people around you because they can't handle your light. The negativity wants to dim that out so it can be comfortable. Your spouse might be more grumpy with you. Your environment, your friends might be more perturbed with you because they're no longer able to resonate with that type of vibration, and you're out vibrating them. But you're also inspiring them because you share yourself, you share your lessons, you share what you've learned, and they see that. They take that away and they acknowledge that. And even if they decline it to your face, and they're like, no, you're stupid. Why are you quitting drinking? That's so dumb. I'm never going to quit drinking. Well, as you quit drinking, as you're done drinking, they're going to see what you're doing with the rest of your time. I play flag football now. I joined intramurals. I do yoga, and I do meditation on Fridays. These are like the types of experiences and engagements I have. And they're going to listen. Their light wants to be fed. Their ego is just too thick for them to see through it. So by feeding them information, they're going to get it deep in the core, in the light self where it needs the most. And then it's going to empower them by them seeing you. So you're really helping others by helping yourself, because you're now an inspiration. You're now a light. You're now a guiding post for all of those around you. And so everybody will start to come to you and seek guidance. Hey, how did you overcome this problem? Hey, I know you're in an open relationship, and like both of you guys have partners and like engagements and sexual activities and stuff, and like that seems like pretty difficult. Will you talk to me more about that so I can like learn? Because my spouse suggested maybe we attempt something like that. Like my ego cannot handle sharing. So then open that up and share with them your experiences, how relieving it is, how open it is, how love isn't supposed to have bounds and restrictions, and everybody should love everybody 100% equally without any restraint or saying I love you more or less. It's I love everybody equally. And to love equally doesn't mean I'm devoted to only one person. I'm devoted to everybody equally. but I give my time to you because that's where I want to spend most of my time with. And like, you're a being I enjoy sharing with. So open that up to others so they can know where you've grown. And then they can come to you. They see your guidance, they see your light, and they're going to come to you and seek that out and illuminate themselves and grow in themselves. Even if they don't choose to engage in an open relationship, they have it in their mental space. They have it okay within their realm. Having it okay within the realm will start to co-create it within their space. They'll come across other people with open relationships, other types of engagements where people aren't restricted or jealous because their partner is going out with somebody else. You don't have to have an open relationship and have sex. Your partner can just go on dates with people and intermingle with other people because they like to enjoy social interaction. Be okay with that. Don't be jealous. Be comfortable within yourself and powerful within yourself. Like, this is who I am. And if it's not good enough, if like I'm not what you want, then we're just going to be done. And that's okay. I'll just continue forward. But you're welcome to go see other people and your other engagements and like experience other things, because I'm comfortable and confident within myself that I know I'm awesome. I know I'm a badass. And I know you're going to come back. And if they don't, then like it's because you outgrew them and we're always outgrowing. So then you're going to like continue forward in your own light and in your own strength, and you're going to find that next partner that's waiting for you, because clearly that engagement wasn't meant to be. Destiny does play a huge role in everything, and partners come together sometimes for a long time, sometimes just to like learn and grow with each other, maybe overcome some karma or some past life stuff, and then they separate and move on. Don't allow this to take away from your positive light. Don't beat yourself up. Don't say you're shitty. Don't like use that in a negative. Turn it around into a positive. Nice, I'm doing so good. I'm growing. I'm gonna go find somebody else. I'm gonna outgrow the environment. I'm gonna go pursue a spiritual teacher. Maybe you want to like get in a monastery and like travel the world. You have like a whole plethora of options that open up. You don't have to get stuck in like that engagement or that negativity. Allow yourself to outgrow that. And who knows, you guys maybe you just need to step back in the relationship and you're really going to come back together, and you just can't see far enough into the future. It's just a fight or disagreement or separation in the moment. Always maintain your positivity regardless. Always be okay with who you are regardless. If you're not, it's clearly given to you so you can grow through it. Very clearly given to you to grow through that. See that. See your negativity. Only you can control that. Only you can control self. It's literally your responsibility. I cannot do anything for you. I can't force you. You have to do it from within, from your light. So that's it for the ascension thing. You have to be 51% or more service to others from a high light vibration. And that service to others does come from service to self first. Taking care of yourself will be the inspiration and the guide to others. So after you're done growing and you're good and secure in yourself, helping others is going to feed that. Teaching others, even if it's just casually, like, hey, how's it going? Oh, it's doing pretty good. Like, I've been working on my ego. I see that I get frustrated and perturbed over people asking me to do chores. Like, it pisses me off when somebody tells me I have to do chores or clean something up or I miss spots or something. See that and be like, okay, yeah, so that I've noticed in myself that makes me angry. Like, I don't like people telling me what to do or asking me to do stuff. So then seek out circumstances. Ask your spouse, hey babe, I need you to tell me to do stuff more often. It kind of hurts my ego, hurts my feelings a little bit, and I need to discipline myself. So I need you to help me. And you can help me by asking me to do stuff and meticulously correcting me. So that way, internally, I can see perfection, because it's about doing a good job, having high standards, and I can work on my own ego and see my own vibrations being misaligned and start to see it's a service to others. I'm cleaning this place not just for me because it's my house, but for you because it's our house. I'm picking this water mess up off the floor not just for me because I made the mess, but for you so you don't trip and spill on the mess. It's still a service to others by taking care of self first. So look for these opportunities within self and you'll continue to grow really fast. And as we near closer to the ascension portal, it'll become more and more clear. We want to be prepared before we get there. You don't want to be doomsday tomorrow and then you're trying to ascend today. It won't work that way. It still takes lots of months. It still takes like a year or so to work through all of your stuff. And depending on where you're at in your own growth and vibrations, it can take longer or less, and that's all determination and effort on your part, and that's 100% your responsibility, up to you. Nobody can make you ascend. It's nobody's fault if you do or if you don't. It's 100% your obligation and your responsibility. So that's it for this time. If you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments. I will look at them and I'll get back to them. Maybe even make another video based off the comments to help bring a higher sense of awareness for things. I do need questions and feedback so I can have input to make better, different videos in the future. So leave a comment, like and subscribe to my page, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.